page 3, I've done the first 2 examples for you. So this is using the same arrays we declared in the previous exercise. So in number 1, in the previous exercise, I declared an array of weights. So if I want to assign 45.5 to the first element, does everybody see why it's weights sub 0 equals 45.5? Does everybody see that? Okay. If I want to assign, if I have an array called K, and it has 20 elements, and I ask you to assign X to the last element, does everybody see in number 2, K sub 19 equals X? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the previous arrays, and I want you to do the steps that are, so here's the arrays that we declared. So we've already done weights and K. So for number 3, you're going to output the second element of the I called it temps array. So go ahead and write the code for outputting the second element of the temps. How can I do this? Maybe I need to get rid of all these. All right, so go ahead and finish that. I'll bring everybody up. This is page 3. We're doing number 3. See if you can figure out the steps for each one of these. Okay, so who would like to do number 3? See out the second. Okay, Matthew's going to do that. Okay. So does everybody get a feel here? So you've declared the array in the previous step. Now we're accessing an individual element of the array doing something specific to it. So we're going to take the second element of the temps array, which the first element is what? Temp sub 0. So the second element is temp sub 1. So if it asks to out perfect, see out the second element of the temps array, it's see out temp sub 1. Everybody with me? Okay, so who would like to do number 4? Okay, Claudia? Okay, good. Any questions about that one? The fifth element is the element sub 4. Who would like to do number 5? The flags array. Kelvin, you want to do number 5? 4, 5, 5, 5. And then we're going to start to get a little trickier. Some of them are tricky. I think 6 is a little trickier. The tricky part, in my opinion, with arrays is the syntax. The actual concept is not difficult. The syntax gets tricky. Okay, so now we're not C-outing it. We're setting it to true, right? So flags, which one's the fourth one? Right? No C in either. Just flag sub 3 equals. Right? Get rid of the C in and the C out. Okay? So flag sub 3 equals okay, yeah, that works. I wasn't sure if you had to do uppercase. Semicolon. Can you add a semicolon? Okay. Right? That's a Boolean array. So to get the fourth guy, that only is going to accept Boolean values. Does that make sense? Okay, the next one's a little tricky. We're going to take the 7th test score in the test scores array, and we're going to add 1 to it. Who thinks they can do number 6? Who thinks they can do number 6? Ryan? You want to try number 6? So we're taking the 7th test score, two ways of doing this. There's 2 ways of doing this. Yes, that's one way. Does everybody see the syntax here? Don't mess with the 6. If you put the 1, if he had put the 1 in here, he would have changed the semicolon. That's good. Can you think of one other way to do it? Can anybody help him? What? Yeah. Can you try test score 6 plus plus? You want to try that one? Just below it. Yeah. There's actually 3 ways, but I don't think most of you know this. Okay. So now where does the plus plus go? Again, the syntax. Right, outside, exactly. It doesn't matter if it's before or after. It's plus, plus right there. Make sense? So just like a variable. Good. Okay, that was a tricky one. So the syntax is the question here. Does this make sense? Now what would have happened if he just did this? Test score sub 6 plus 1. Why would that have been wrong? You're not putting it anywhere. You're not putting the answer anywhere. So it's necessary to do the whole thing. Okay, who would like to do number 7? Okay. Perfect. How about number 8? Jamera, you want to try number 8? Oh, somebody has their hand up? Oh, no. Jamera, you okay to do it? No? Who wants to do it? Okay, Allison? So how many did song titles have in it? Okay, good. All right, number 9. Who wants to try number 9? Abel, you want to try number 9? A little bit trickier, but not hard. You need 2 statements to do this. Okay, that's the second guy, right? Okay, so nope. If it's what type was test answer? What type did we use for test answer? Care. So what would you put instead of true? The T in single quotes, right? Right? Does that make sense? We did? Go up. Go up. You use both. Okay, we use care, I think. So if we use care, put a single quote T. Okay, and then now that's the second guy in the array. So what's the first guy in the array? But which one should you do it to this time? Yeah, exactly. Make sense, everybody? So there's a lot of things going on here. You have to know the type. You have to know assign a T to it. If it was Boolean, he would have been right. But we chose character for this one. Question? No, cannot do that. But that's actually going to lead to the good thing. How are we going to work on the whole array, right? I'm going to show you that, okay? So then the last guy I think I can do, class name, how many do we have in class name? 100, so 99 equals computer science. In that case, what would I use? I wouldn't use single quotes. I would use double quotes because it's string. So you see how everything builds in this class? We have to know the types, all that stuff, okay? Everybody with me? Now, this is all just peachy keen, but how would let's go back to my first question that we had at the very